Hey guys, I'm the Berk and I do things, and today's video I'm so excited for because it is something that I think will be great for my channel. I sat down and I did 5 different fall inspired eyeshadow looks with 5 different palettes that are older in my collection. I've been trying to think of how we can kind of incorporate older products and give a little bit of freshness to them. I saw Samantha March do a very similar video. I will link her video down below, and she was the full inspiration for this video. I also would like to know if you guys like this style of video, if you have any ideas of other ways I can take a spin on this video, because today I tried to stick with like fall colors, like that was the vibe. I am wearing one of the looks that will be done in today's video. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this content. Also, if you have any idea for other type of like reviving my collection content like this, let me know down below. So if you guys want to see 5 different looks with 5 different palettes, then keep on watching. Let's go. Okay, so the eyeshadow palette that really inspired this entire video is the pumpkin spice palette from Too Faced, because I did a look with this yesterday just like on my own and I really liked it, and I had just recently seen Samantha March's video, so I was like, you know what, let me recreate that look and then we can do 4 more after it with different palettes obviously. But this palette came out this time of year in 2020, and I really think that this color story is so much more interesting than the one they came out with this year. So I'm gonna try to remember the look I did yesterday. I'm pretty sure I started with this shade here, Fall For It, and I used like a big fluffy brush. This is the Elizabeth Mott taping blending brush, and I just started out with that in my crease, kind of focusing more on the outer portion of it. I will say that my style of eyeshadow is pretty consistent no matter what palette I use. It's just that I kind of change up the colors. Then the next thing I did was I went in with a la mode down here with the same brush, and then I started blending those two out and kind of diffusing it a little bit more. Next for the lid, I got something like this, which is a little bit more fluffy and wider. This is a Moda shader brush, and I went in with Spice Baby. I just started tapping that out on the outer portion of the lid. And then I'm going back in. I'm not adding anything to the fluffy brush. I'm just blending all of that together. I'm gonna use the shader brush again and blend with it. Okay, then something I do with every palette is I use my Hourglass Powders. So I use dim light in this palette with, again, a fluffy brush. This is a Moda crease brush. And I take that and I diffuse the edges of any eyeshadow look I do, just so there's nothing harsh. So you'll probably see me do this step in every makeup look in this video. Now the next step I take is I use my NYX Glitter Primer, because this without fail helps any shimmer shadow, in my opinion, both pop and last without getting everywhere. Then the shade I'm going to use on my lid is this one, which is called Crisp, which kind of has a shift to it. Let's see if you can see the shift. I don't know, it's got like a pinky gold shift to it. It looks really pretty. I'm gonna put that where I put the primer. Then I'm gonna go back in with the shader brush and start just blending it all into each other. And use my fluffy brush. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go finish up the rest of my makeup, liner, blush, lips, and then I'll be back to show you what the final look looks like. Okay, I am now back with the final look. I like a nice simple eye look, so I just think this palette is so good, and I think it would have been a little bit more exciting if they maybe re-released it this year instead of trying to make another one that people want to buy. Like, this is a really good palette, and if people missed out on it, they might be excited to get it again, so that's just my 2 cents. If you're wondering about the lip I chose, it's from the Sephora collection. It's this like glossy like lipstick that they had a few years ago. I don't know if they still make it. The writing on the bottom of the information is so small. Like, I'll try to look at my past purchases, and if they still sell it, I'll list it down below. Yeah, this is the look. This is my pumpkin spicy look in my Halloween tee. So let's get on to the next look. Okay, so for today's video, I decided to pick out some Makeup Geek eyeshadows. So this is a quad I got from Target, I think in 2020, back when they did their reformulation. Well, not reformulation, but they rebranded. But I figured I would do these in case you have Makeup Geek singles, because this is Grandstand, Creme Brulee, Cheetah Bear, and Coffee Before Talkie. So I'm going to do a look with these today. And I am going to start with Creme Brulee with a fluffy Morphe M513 brush. I don't actually love these Morphe brushes. They are rather scratchy, but Mama needs to wash her brushes, so beggars can't be choosers today. I'm just going in and I'm just lightly putting Creme Brulee in my crease. And the next thing I'm going to do is with the same brush, I'm going to go in with Cheetah Bear and focus it a little bit lower. Do you guys also have Makeup Geek shadows? I only have like quads that I got back when you could buy them at Target. And even then I thought they were pricey. However, I feel like when they changed to this packaging, it went from $20 for a quad to $15 for a quad, if I remember correctly. Now I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass powder again, and I'm using this Moda, what do they call this? Angled Blender eyeshadow brush. It's just a large brush. I'm gonna blend out along the edges. And then next I'm gonna go in with this Luxie tiny little blending brush, and then go in with Coffee Before Talkie and focus that on the outer portion of the lid. And I'm going to go in with this shader brush from Moda and work on blending that outer corner. And I'm going to pack a little bit of Cheetah Bear on top of it. Then I'm going back in with the Luxie brush and just blending everything together. And then I'm going back in with the Morphe brush. I'm not adding anything, but I'm just going along the edge of that. And now I will be going in with Grandstand. Just going to throw on some NYX primer first. Just going to use my finger. Pack it on all over the inner half of my lids. Then I'm going to go back in with a Luxie brush and just work along the crease again, just making sure everything is blended. Then I go back in with the shader brush from Moda and just blend the edges along the outer portion of my lid. Now I'm going to go finish up my makeup and I will be back with the final look. Okay, and I am back with the final look. If you're wondering about the lips, I wound up doing a lip combination because first I put on ColourPop Lippy Stick in Cookie because I thought I was putting on a different shade, and I realized Cookie was not the shade I was going for, so I decided to top it with some Fenty Retro Rose. So it's these two guys combined on my lips. I really like this little quad from Makeup Geek, especially because I love that Grandstand shade. I definitely will obviously be holding on to this for a while because you can no longer get these shadows. So I hope maybe this inspired you to reach for some Makeup Geek if you have any left in your collection. Let's go on to the next look. Okay, so today we are going in with ColourPop Aren't You Glad? I was considering doing one of these type of videos with my older ColourPop eyeshadows. Let me know if you'd like to see that one as well. But I figured, how can I do a fall video without my exclusively orange palette? So a little out of the comfort zone, but I am gonna go in and do it. Today I'm going to start out with Creamsicle over here with this Moda crease brush. And I'm just gonna diffuse that into the crease. I was gonna wear a colorful shirt today, and then I was like, wait a minute, I am doing orange eyeshadow. I should probably just wear some black. So I just went to the black section and picked a random black shirt. Now I'm gonna go in with this brush from MOTD, and this is their Miss Shady Lady brush. It's kind of like a flat, fluffy brush. And I'm going to go in with Mimosa Mommy down here. And I'm gonna put that kind of lower in the crease and blend it in with Creamsicle. Then I'm gonna go back in with my fluffier brush with a little bit more Creamsicle and blend them together. Now I'm gonna go back in with the MOTD brush with You Peel Me down here and start patting that on the outer corner and blending it. And then I'm gonna use that same shade on this Alamar Detailed Diffuser brush, the same You Peel Me shade, and just start working it in the crease, blending all those shades together. Then I'm going to take this big fluffy brush from Alamar with my Hourglass powder and just clean up the edges. Put on a little NYX primer. And then I think I'm going to go in with this shade up here, which is called Squeeze Me. Then I'm going to go back in with the little detailed brush and blend along the edges. And then use the shader and make sure it's all blended together. And I will be back with the finished look. And I am back with the final look. For lips, I did a combination of a lipstick with a liquid lipstick. So I have Almay Live Happily here mixed with the Lime Crime Plushies in Melon Smoothie. So that's what is combined on my lips right now. Yeah, I mean, orange eyeshadow isn't my everyday look, but I definitely start to feel the orangey vibes this time of year. I hope you guys liked this look for the video. Let me know about the ColourPop video below, and let's get on to the next look. Today has been a hectic morning, but here I am ready to film the fourth look in this video. And I thought for the subscription service people, why not a BoxyCharm exclusive? And this was a BoxyCharm exclusive 2020. This is the Peak palette from Natasha Denona. So this is what we're gonna use today. I'm going to start by mixing the two lightest matte shades and putting that in my crease. This is a Clionadh Cosmetics sort of fluffy brush. I got this in 2019 when I got a, Tribe Beauty Box. A Tribe Beauty Box that they did in collaboration with Angelica Nyquist. And she had these Clionadh Cosmetics brushes in there. Typically when I do use this palette, I do wind up using all 5 shades, which I can't say about all 5 pan palettes, but I'm able to make a pretty uniform look with this palette. And then I think I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm gonna go in with the more like, I don't know what, we're just gonna call it a reddish brown shade, and just try to buff that in a little bit lower. And then I'm just gonna go in with this brush. This is from Real Techniques. This is their 305 brush. It's just from a, looks like kind of a Galaxy collection. I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass powder, just diffuse. I'm gonna have to figure out what to replace my Hourglass powders with once I run out, because I, in 2021, got the Becca Light Shifter powder, hoping it would be a dupe, and then Becca went out of business. So I'm gonna go back in with the more pinky shade and blend a little bit more. I do have the number 7 setting powder. I have it under my eyes today, but I feel like that's more like a setting powder, so to speak, more so than like illuminating sort of finishing powder. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this. This is from Trace Loose, and this is their B101 brush, and I'm gonna go in with the brown matte. So start packing that on the outer corner. I don't know if after 5 looks you guys really get that I only do one sort of style look, but this, after many years of testing eyeshadow looks, is just the one that works the best for me, and it just kind of makes me able to look at a palette and say, okay, I'm gonna put this here, this there, as someone who eyeshadow doesn't come the most natural to them. NYX primer time. And I'm gonna go in with the gold shimmer. And then I'm going to use the Trace Loose brush again and just blend everything. And then I'll be back in just a minute with the final look. And we're back with the 4th look. The way Natasha and Denona like shimmers look always impresses me. I only have a couple of the mini palettes. This is like a, I don't know what they call this size palette anymore. Is this, what do they call this? I don't know. This is like not the mini. This is the bigger than the mini. But I have 2 minis and I have this one, so I always love her shimmers. Lip combo for today's video is ColourPop Lippy Stick BFF mixed with Patrick Ta She's Expensive Gloss. We have one more look to go, so stay tuned. Okay, so now we are on to the 5th and final look, and I didn't know what I wanted to choose. I was like looking for a while, and I decided to go with the Persona Identity palette, the first one. This is honestly one of my all-time favorite eyeshadow palettes. It does have both warm and cool tones in it. Today I want to go with more of a warm tone look, but if I was to like rank my top 5 palettes, this would definitely be in the top 5 category. So I have this dual-ended Luxie brush here that I got many years ago in a Ipsy Glam bag, and I'm going to start with the shade Charming right here. I am so sweaty. I was wearing like a cute pumpkin shirt before I had this tank top on, but I've been packing for our vacation and I misinterpreted how much I would sweat during that process. So tank top it is. Next I'm gonna go in with the Humble shade up here and blend those two together. Next, I'm gonna go in with the flatter side of this with Audacious down here. I'm gonna start working that in the outer corner and also start to kind of drag it up and out. Now I'm gonna do my Hourglass trick. This is a SLMS Glam blender brush. Just going to buff the edges. Now I do want a little bit of a smaller brush, so here I have an e.l.f. pointed eye pencil brush, and I'm going to go in with Chic down here. It's more like a purpley shade, and work that in the outer corner. I'm just gonna work on blending everything together with the Luxie brush. I actually have not decided what route I'm going with the shimmer today, because the shimmers in this palette are so pretty. I don't know which one I'm gonna wanna use. I'm just gonna go in a little bit more with that reddish brown, tapping it a bit. NYX primer time. Oh boy. Honestly, I usually stick to the top row here, and Gold Digger is probably my most used, so I think let's go in with that one, a golden shade. And then I'm gonna go with the e.l.f. pointed brush and just blend along the edge. And then go back in with the flat brush and just pat along the center of the lid. And now I'm gonna go finish the look up and I will be right back. And I am back for my lip today. I do have a lip gloss. This is the shade Everything from bareMinerals. Yeah, I'm very happy with this look. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. It was very different, very out of my comfort zone. I'm not really an eyeshadow person, so I don't know how this is going to perform because I do have a very basic kind of style doing my eyeshadow, but it more so was for helping you guys reach into your collection and maybe pick out something that you already have and make fall inspired looks out of them. Again, let me know if you have any ideas of different versions you'd like me to do of this video. If you liked the fall style, would you like to see it by brand, by color, by season? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, that is it for this video. As usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Instagram down below. Give it a follow and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!